Right.
Definitely.
I completely agree with that. What I'm wondering is, similar to that, what are your memories of you and Zika taking on Bob Backlund and Pedro Morales at Showdown at Shea?
That was one of the exciting matches that we had. There was a little thing going on. A lot of people don't know about that. We almost shooting on that match between us and Pedro Morales. Of course, he didn't know. In his mind, he was a champion, and we know that Bob Backlund is a champion at that time. So somebody has to sell when we get ready to do our thing, and he decided not to at that moment, and it just didn't go right with us, because we can't get the heat on Bob Backlund because he's a champion. So somebody has to do it, and when it was time to do the heat on Morales, it didn't. At that moment, he didn't want to, so we kind of stiff each other to get the message over, and ended up good anyway. It was okay, but it's one of those matches that it was hard, but it should have been a lot easier. But we got through it. We got through it okay.
Definitely.
Most definitely. In fact, my question to you is, when working for Georgia Championship Wrestling, how was your relationship with Ole Anderson?
We respect each other. We're a little bit younger than them, I think, because we come in the tail end of their career. So there's a lot of respect there. Not only, in wrestling, you always respect the. We call it old timers at that time until we became old timers. So the young kids always respect us. So that's the kind of thing that the kind of relationship we have with the Anderson. And they're good guys. They're good workers, and they're very business-like guys. And but we didn't really, like I said, we kind of come in. We were young coming in, and they were about to wind down their career. So, but we worked each other quite a few times, and again, they're great teachers. I can say that they're very good psychology, and they're very good wrestlers.
Definitely. I wanted to know, what was it like being a part of the movie Body Slam?
It was different. It was exciting. I didn't feel good about that movie. I felt like we were lousy actors. We didn't. At that time we didn't know in the Hollywood. It was like we were new in the business as far as making movies go, so forth. So I can see myself stepping up on the movie, but as the year goes by, we learn how to relax more in front of the camera. Remember, our image or our gimmick is, we're just crazy guys. We don't pay attention to the camera. We just do our thing and be as ugly as we can be and be as mean as we can. And so we didn't have no time to relax in camera or whatever. We were just too busy doing our thing. So when Body Slam comes, it was like not only we were wearing clothes, they put suits on us, I think it was, and it just didn't feel like us, and so we tried to pretend like we're actors, and I didn't think I did a good job on it, but it was a hell of an experience.
Right. This is Juicin Jobber once again. What I'm wondering is, whose idea was it to have you manage the head shrinkers? Vince McMahon and I suggested a little bit, and he said, "Yeah, we'll give it a shot," because I never did that before. So I was always in the ring, working. So it was a learning process, and plus I wanted to keep an eye on my kids, and I was fortunate enough for Vince McMahon to let me manage them, for a while. Right. Were you okay with Captain Lou Albano later co-managing the team?
Captain Lou is one of the best. He's the only one Captain Lou, and he's the best manager in my book as far as manager goes. Maybe because we
we look alike, we act alike, and but to me, Captain is the best manager we ever had, or I can think of in the business anyway.
Right. Damien Van Horn?
Damien Van Horn's phone jobbed out.
Okay. What are your memories of Yokozuna?
Well, he's my nephew, so we trained them and break them into the business, teach them everything that they know about the business. And one thing that we teach all of our kids is to go out there and perform the best that you can in front of your fans and so forth. And just work hard, and the rest of it should be okay. It was sad when we lost him because he's such a young age, but it was one of them things where we celebrated his what you call it his death every year. We celebrate it in the way in our country, in our custom. So he's never forgotten. We always remember him every time that it gets close to the day that he passed.
Right. I understand that completely. What led you to start World Extreme Wrestling?
Well, I started World Extreme Wrestling is because I can go back a little bit from my school. I started a school to give something back to the kids because the way I was brought up, it was not easy to, when I came up in the business, there wasn't any school in them days. And yet there was a lot of people like myself that wanted to get there but didn't know how or where to go, So I was fortunate enough with Peter Maivia and Rocky Johnson and my friend Ricky Thompson that we were able to get something going in the YMCA or whatever. So when I wound down on my career, one of the things that I wanted to do was to, give back to the kids that have the same dream that I had. That is to open up a school so I can be able to spend some time with them, to at least live out their dream and whatnot. And then from there, I realized that you can only train them for so long and so much. And then I decided to open up a little company, which is WXW, to give, my kids a chance for extra experience, after training, and put them in the ring in front of everybody, and so that they can improve and get used to in front of the camera, in front of just like I do when I was wrestling, in the big league. So I try to give these kids the same opportunity, and if they one day they become big stars in the big organizations such as Batista did, they'll be like at least know what they're about to to face.
Right.
So that's where WXW comes from, is to give the kids extra training, besides learning the bumps or whatever in the school.
Cool. Great idea it was as well, I must say.
Yeah, very, very fortunate, like I said, I enjoy doing it, and, now that I'm not wrestling anymore, I spend more time with the kids. I teach them everything that they give them advice, and, I teach them as much as I can, and even what's going on in the business today, because a lot of these kids, their mind in the right place, but they never, I guess you can say, they've never been on the inside looking out,
Right.
We're always looking out most of the time, try to get up there, but most of us, you never get a chance to be inside looking out. So I was one of them guys who was very, very fortunate to be in that spot. So I turn around and try to teach to them what's inside and what's the outside as well. So,
Right.
it keeps me busy, and I'm very proud of it.